Hey people, I wanted to thank you guys. A couple of you had given me some ideas for getting the stink out of those old record albums. One of you said some carbon like you'd have in a fish tank filter. Um, and I think that's a really good idea, and I'm going to be doing that in the future. I've read about that in the past for getting stink out of books. But excuse me. At the time, I was here at home without a car, so I took the idea that included stuff that I had here, which was to use dryer sheets. Um, the person said that if you put dryer sheets inside of an old book, it'll absorb the stink. So we had just bought some dryer sheets that have Febreze in them, which I really like the smell of that. And I took it and wiped all on the outside and gave a little wiping on the inside. Do not ever use it on an actual disc, though, because I got a little bit on the disc. And I'm sorry, I'm having really bad allergies today. And the sheet has a waxy stuff in it, and it got on the disc. I thought I'd never get it off. But on the covers, it actually kind of shined them up a little bit because of that waxy stuff. It shined them up real pretty, and it took a lot of the stink out. They're still musty, but they're not killer musty anymore. So I'm pleased about that. Thank you very much. I also wanted to say, any of you who have tried to send me anything in the last couple of months and it's gotten returned to you, or I haven't said anything about it, it's because I need to pay for my P.O. box. It expired a couple of months ago, and I haven't paid for it. Hopefully they've not given the box to someone else yet. They're pretty good about just leaving stuff in it and waiting. They know I'll come down there eventually and pay it. But it's been tough to get down there during the day because Falcon works such crazy wonky hours. So he's not working in that other store anymore. They've transferred him back to the store he started at. I think he's going to be a lot happier there, I hope, because he's been very unhappy with his job in general lately. And I feel bad sending him off every day to a job that makes him miserable. So hopefully at the better location. But what in the world is that? Somebody got arrested. It's a funny picture of him. He's all, while they're arresting, I'm sure he was shouting at somebody. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm bad about saying stuff. Nobody knows what I'm talking about but me. So, yeah, if you've got something returned to you, wait, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to try to get in the next couple of days and get my P.O. box paid up and see what all's in it. It may be stuff full of mail right now. I hope some of it may even be to me and not to dead people. I get so much mail for Lula May, somebody or another, and some other. Sounds like really, really old people. I don't know if they died or changed their box or what, but I get bills and stuff for them. It does not make me happy. Got one around here somewhere. I was going to call the florist and tell him, y'all may as well just bend over and take it, because you're not going to be getting your money from Miss Lula May. Yeah. That's about it. We spent, well, it's not really it. Don't you love when I say that's about it, and then I launch into 15 minutes of what's really going on? We went yesterday to my dad's and stepmom's, and she made a real nice little lunch for us. She made some good coleslaw out of shredded broccoli. It was good. Shredded broccoli. She said she bought it shredded. I've never seen shredded broccoli at the store. I'm shopping at the wrong stores. And then we piled in the car. We went to War Eagle Mill, which was fine. Bought a lot of silly little junk there. Got some jars of preserves for his mother, which made me very happy because I've been trying to buy her some gifts for quite a while. And every time I ask him, he's like, no, she wouldn't like that. No. Well, what color does she like? I don't know. Well, what is she into? I don't know. Nothing. That's crazy. I'm sure the woman has lots of likes and lots of preferences. It's like, I always just get her a gift certificate to Bed and Bath and Body Works or whatever the heck that is. Like, that's terrible. It's so impersonal. So I finally got him to agree to a few things at War Eagle Mill. I'm going to put together a nice little package for her. And what else? Then we drove on up. We drove around Beaver Lake and saw that. And he showed us, Wayne, my father, showed us where he used to live. I was sort of not excited about being around him there for many years. And during that time, he lived by himself near Beaver Lake in a little beat-down trailer. And he loved it. He said it was his happy days, but I remember getting letters from him about how miserable and lonely he was and begging me to come see him. I was shitty and I wouldn't go see him. So, kind of making up for lost time now. And then they took us to Eureka Springs, and I've been there many, many times, but Falcon has never been. So we got a little driving tour. We got out a couple of places. My dad. Oh, Jesus Lord. The whole day was tainted with religiosity and his, oh gosh, what is it? Like Jews for Jesus kind of stuff. It's Christian, but his traditions that he has now and everything are very Judaic. It's interesting. I just used to be, it would upset me very badly. Now I take it as, isn't this colorful and amusing? I try not to be just mortified. When we go to this nice little overlook that looks out across the valley in Eureka Springs, you can see the wonderful, beautiful, haunted Crescent Hotel right across. And he gets up there on the historic, one of the historic loops, overlooking the valley, gets on his shofar, of which he has many. It's a big, some kind of an animal horn. It's very long. He's fitted it with a mouthpiece on one end, and he's very good at it. I mean, he is a professional musician. He has been since I was a child. Since I was a wee baby, he's been a very good, very talented musician. He's played a lot of stringed instruments, but he also played tuba and flute, and God knows what all. He can play just about anything. So that being said, he has the shofar. He goes all over the place, and it's a traditional Jewish thing to blow the shofar, I don't know, at daybreak, and he does it at the beginning of certain religious things that they're involved in, and everybody loves it. It's supposed to like call the angels or something, drive away the evil and call the angels. And I actually have it, well, darn, I don't think I have it on this new phone. I had it on my old one. He and his wife have as their ringtone him blowing the shofar. It's very loud and very intense, and it's hilarious to be in like Hobby Lobby or Walmart. That thing go off suddenly. Everybody whips around, and some people look very angry. I don't know what it is. It's funny. And so I was like, oh, me, I want the shofar ringtone. And Falcon wanted it too. And it just makes me happy, makes me laugh. Because now my dad's eccentricities and pleas for great deals of attention just sort of amuse me. So anyway, we're up there on this overlook place. And he gets out the shofar, which he keeps in the back of his SUV, and starts blowing it out across the valley. It's echoing off the mountains, and it's very dramatic. But it won't play right. The thing gets all jammed up, and the sound won't come out of it. It's weird. And they had just told me how Sandy, the first time she was there, felt evil. When she stepped out, she felt this overwhelming sense of evil up there. Now, this overlook is painted a dark green. It's sort of very heavy, Swiss-looking details, because this town is called Little Switzerland. It's a little bit dark and foreboding, just the structure, just the roof and the legs of it, because it's very dark, it's very heavy, it has that feeling. And but she felt evil and all this stuff, and so my dad gets the notion that Satan is trying to stop up his shofar, and so he keeps on and on and on. I'm surprised we didn't have to lay hands on it and pray over it, frankly. I was surprised and a little let down. And he made a lot of ruckus. I was surprised the police didn't come up there and stick a foot in his shofar. But it never would blow right. It was a little odd because he's blown that thing in my apartment parking lot and out their back door and every other thing. I've heard it many, many times, and it's never done that. It has never just gone instead of boo. And it was a little peculiar, and he kept on and on and on trying, and it was like somebody was sticking their fist in the thing. It was a little weird. But, and then we stopped at a friend of theirs' little shop in Eureka Springs. We got to meet her, and it ended up being a really long visit while the sun's setting, and we haven't gotten to look around Eureka yet. It was a little long. I was happy to meet the lady, although she's very, very close-minded, and I had to bite my tongue and roll my eyes at Falcon while they were saying some pretty nasty things about gay people and cross-gendered people. That really got on my last nerve. But she had kitty cats, so I focused my attention on the kitty cats. because they were lovely. I sat on the floor and played with the old 18-year-old kitty. All in all, it was a lovely day. We ate at a really good restaurant. And y'all, I know it's so unhealthy. And a fat girl trying not to get any fatter should not have eaten this. Excuse me, I gotta blow my nose. But instead of ordering the Reuben, because I do like to order Reubens when I go someplace new. See how they do it. See if they do a good job. I could not help myself. I got the bacon-wrapped chicken livers, which were then deep fried. But I got, instead of potatoes, I got the broccoli spears. And I had a lovely big plate of vegetables from the salad bar. So I felt like I'd been really good that day. And I could afford to have the bacon-wrapped chicken livers. There were only 4 of them. They were so good, I could have died. So good. Love that place. I can't think of the name of it. It's part of, I think, the Days Inn. It's called, like, a woman with 2 names, like Molly May or something like that. That was my great-grandmother, Molly May. Anyway, it was good. Good time was had by all. We stayed way too late at their house, and they always want me to make smoothies, so I once again made my now famous blueberry smoothie. And another kooky Christian friend of theirs came over. She was also very friendly and lovely, but quite out of her mind, I think. But I liked her. Stayed way too late. Everybody was so sleepy, I thought I would not make it home. So, that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye, y'all.